Everyone, and welcome back to Success Hero. Today we're going to be talking about the tragic downfall of Nikola Motors and what they did to their vehicles. Make sure you stay until the end so you don't miss out on the event that led to the ultimate doom of Nikola Motors. You won't believe it. The electric vehicle business. In the electric vehicle business, Tesla TSLA, minus 1.2%, has had the spotlight in the stock market, becoming the most valuable car company in the world, overtaking Visa to become the 7th largest UK company by market cap. But almost as popular amongst EV company value news this year has been Nikola Motor, the innovative new energy truck maker founded by Trevor Milton. When Nikola and Vectol IQ Acquisition Corp closed a merger on June 3rd, the combined company hit nearly $29 billion in value by June 9th. Although more recently, the high was more like $18 billion. Nevertheless, it was a startup fairy tale to rival Tesla's. But then revelations by forensic financial analyst Hindenburg Research on September 10th claimed Nikola is an intricate fraud, and Nikola's value started tumbling. If you've been in the tech business for a while, you'll be filled with a tremendous sense of deja vu. Hindenburg already made the comparison with Theranos, which is the most recent top headline company investigated for fraud by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Nikola Motors goes public. Are you aware that on Nikola Motors' NKLA public reveal, Trevor Milton, its founder, sold shares worth $70 million? Did you know that he also claimed Nikola is producing 3 gigawatt electricity at their headquarters, which was also false? Do you know that Nikola misled investors by showing a video of a Nikola truck going on a highway, but that the truck was not actually operational and was only going downhill? Nikola fired back at a scathing report by an analyst with a short position in the company's stock that accused it of being an intricate fraud, denying its findings and retaining a high-profile law firm for a possible legal response. Yet Nikola's shares fell further on Friday. Refuting the allegations, the hydrogen truck maker argued that it had nothing to hide. Nikola also hired Kirkland & Ellis LLP, a law firm that often works with automakers, to evaluate potential legal recourse, including with respect to the activist short seller and any other acting in concert. Nikola's goal is to build semi-trucks powered by hydrogen fuel cells and batteries and a network of fueling stations to power them. The hydrogen is to be made by Nikola, relying mainly on electrolysis to extract the element from the water using renewable electricity. The company has 14,000 orders for the emission-free trucks, led by beer maker Anheuser-Busch, with plans to begin delivering hydrogen models in 2023. Prior to that, it will sell battery-powered trucks with partner Iveco in Europe and is building a plant in Arizona to produce its Nikola 1, 2, and 3 models. Following the disclosure of his deception, Trevor Milton, founder and executive of Nikola NKLA, left the company, resulting in pressure on the company from all sides. Nikola is currently in hot water after a recent report from Hindenburg Research made several allegations exposing deception by Nikola and its founder, Trevor Milton, including several claims corroborated in previous reports from Electrek and Bloomberg. The allegations that they faked the first video of their hydrogen truck driving is damaging. The company even admitted to it without issuing a real apology. Instead, they claimed that deception was fine due to a technicality. Milton still owns about 20% of Nikola's shares, worth around $2 billion. However, Nikola's stock price is down more than 25% in pre-market trading following the news that Milton is out. Update, 20% down and over $2 billion in market cap erased. SEC and DOJ are reportedly probing Nikola on their fraudulent patterns that are being exposed. GM gets into the picture. It was only a fortnight ago that GM's CEO Mary Barra and Trevor Milton held a joint press conference to announce a $2 billion partnership in which GM will take 11% of the startup. We asked GM if any of the recent news would affect their decision. Negotiations are still underway for the deal between GM and Nikola. The companies missed their September 30th initial target date for finalizing the agreement. Due to the fraud allegations, Nikola's share price has been pummeled, going down 53% since the announcement of the partnership as of Thursday. CNBC's Phil LeBeau reported on September 30th that GM might take a bigger stake in Nikola given the fact that Nikola's share price has dropped perpetuously since the deal was announced. GM's proposed 11% stake was worth about $2 billion when the deal was penned, but now it's worth less than half of that much. Our transaction with Nikola has not been closed, a GM rep said on September 29th, according to Reuters. We are continuing our discussions with Nikola and will provide further updates when appropriate or required. Electrek's take. Officially, Milton asked to be removed. We know that stepping down voluntarily is often something employed to save face when executives in these positions have been forced out. While he still owns 5% of the company, will have to report his quarterly ownership in Nikola, he may not have to report his transactions as they happen now that he is not an official active officer and insider anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts unloading his position, and without having to report his sales of the stock, that would make it a lot easier. Hopefully, the SEC and DOJ are going to be able to get most of that money back. Why would anybody buy a vehicle from them knowing that the whole company started based on a web of lies? These are the problems that plague Nikola Motors. Nikola Motors has no manufacturing. Building a prototype of something is one thing, and producing that product in a factory on a massive scale is another thing. Nikola Motors have not shown off any HFC prototype yet, let alone make it on a large scale. As of today, they sourced a few HFC from a third party and retrofitted them into their vehicle. Nikola Motors has zero software. An electric vehicle requires the proper software for effective functioning. However, the way Trevor Milton described the software in their vehicle in the following video is embarrassing. Slow-going sales. Despite touting reservations for 14,000 fuel cell electric trucks said to be worth approximately $10 billion, the deals are incomplete. The company told prospective investors in April that it was negotiating with strategic fleet partners to convert pre-orders into binding contracts with deposits. For Nikola, a contract with America's largest original equipment manufacturer by sales boosted credibility, Wedbush analysis said, and its share prices. Following the announcement, Nikola's stock price jumped 53%, Market Insider previously reported. For GM, the deal was supposed to pay for itself. Nikola would pay GM $700 million to engineer and manufacture the Badger, and in turn GM would show off its Ultium battery in the truck and collect 80% of the emissions credits for the vehicle. As part of the deal, GM would also be the exclusive provider of fuel cells for Nikola's semi-trucks, excluding Europe. 2 days later, however, Hindenburg Research released the explosive report, Nikola, How to Parlay an Ocean of Lies into a Partnership with the Largest Auto OEM in America. Hindenburg Research announced that it gathered extensive evidence that indicated that Nikola is an intricate fraud built on dozens of lies over the course of its founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton's career. On September 10th, the firm has a short position on Nikola, which means that it stands to profit if Nikola's share prices go down. The report revealed that Nikola's claims to having proprietary battery technology, natural gas wells, solar panels, and hydrogen production capabilities were deceptive. The report also said that while Milton claimed Nikola designed key components of its vehicles in-house, the technology was actually licensed or bought from third parties. Moreover, Hindenburg Research alleged that Nikola's semi-truck presentation was a total farce. During one event, the electric vehicle company claimed that the truck's electrical systems worked, but Hindenburg's report said that there was an electrical cable under the stage secretly powering the truck. It's unclear whether Nikola Motor will take a stand in this compilation of shame. The Hindenburg Research claims seem conclusive and damning when you first read them, until you get to the end, and then you see which way their interests lie. Now that, unsurprisingly, lawyers are involved, it could be many months or even years before the complete truth comes out. But just as the online revolution had the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, leaving many corporate casualties, the EV revolution has clearly now reached a point in the infamous Gartner hype circle, where expectations are massively inflated. Some of today's companies will likely succeed, probably Tesla. Some have already failed despite having promising products like the original Fisker Automotive, and others are just frauds who never had what they promised. We'll eventually find out if Nikola Motors is truly in the last category at some point. Even if you're not a stockholder yourself, it's definitely going to be a wild ride to watch. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these videos on your screen. See you there!